Welcome back, folks. It has been a busy week over here in St. Moritz, Switzerland. We were lucky enough to be able to have the conference, the CFC St. Moritz. It's an invitation-only crypto conference that goes on every year. And we were lucky enough to have cooperation from the Swiss government. So hundreds of people were able to attend. We had to go through daily rapid antigen tests every morning before you'd go to breakfast or you could attend any of the meetings, but that all went pretty much without a hitch. And we were able to complete the entire conference without a single slowdown or shutdown. So again, Swiss efficiency. And skiing, as opposed to the US, you don't have to have the mask on in anything but the trams. The chairlifts and small gondolas. I imagine small gondolas, you may have to wear a mask, but the chairlifts, nope. Anyway, so we were being very careful. We enjoyed like crazy, and we had a lot of great people that we talked to. So let's get started with today's 3 at 3. Unusual option activity. That's what we do. We do sentiment scans of Reddit and Twitter. We buy the full fire hose from Twitter. Anybody can get it from Reddit. You just have to be able to sort through all of that. We use artificial intelligence and machine learning to do it. And we think that we have something that is absolutely unique because we are looking for block trades of calls, which would be bullish, or puts, which would be bearish. So without further ado, let's get started with today's 3 at 3. FANG, told you about it 2 days ago. Stock was 123.24. So we have a FANG and a BANG because Diamondback Energy, FANG, trading 126.57 today, up another 2%, and obviously a nice $3 plus rally from where we got in. And since we were buying at the money calls, not the March 135s, we have done awfully well on this trade. Bang, hope you had some. Second, how about Wells Fargo? Also, before I finished halftime on Wednesday, we noted the bullish call buying in Wells Fargo. Told you about it, and then look, the shares were 56.20 back then. They hit 58.87, just kissed 59 practically. And our calls, since we bought the 55s, as you may recall, and if you don't recall, just go back and watch the video. We made a very nice score on that. I took off half of them today, and I sold calls at the 58 and 59 strikes against the balance. Bang. All right. IWM, I also wanted to point this out because I talked about it on the halftime. This is why we've been buying puts in the IWM. Look at that, 3rd of January, 16,000 March 213 puts. The IWM was at 223. A few days later, they bought 24,000 of the 204 puts. Stock was at 212.63. Then it had a little pop because of that rally this week on Tuesday. And they bought the 209 puts. They've been loading up on puts. And I own the 213 puts. They have treated me very nicely. I have slammed out a whole bunch of other puts against it. Let's get to today's 3 at 3. Dollar General. As I asked Scott, do you think this is because they don't think they can pass on any more costs to the consumer? They have a consumer that is pretty tight generally. Consumers that are real well off are rarely seen shopping in Dollar General. So people that are on tight budgets can't buy things that get too pumped up. We all know that, and Dollar General knows that. So is that why they're buying puts? Because this is not calls, folks. This is puts. They're buying the Feb 210 puts. They're $7 out of the money. That means that somebody thinks stock's going down between now and February. Let's get to the number 2 of today's 3 at 3, which is LVS. Boy, did we stick them in this one. You know I've been long this name. You know Melco, I'm also long that name. We've got some good upgrades, and this one was up strong today. And they're buying the 46 calls. Stock traded all the way up over 43 and then pulled back. So I like buying like the 41 calls and waiting for another pop to sell upside calls against it. As long as you're doing that 1-to-1, for every 41 call you buy, you sell, for instance, 45s or 46s against it. You create a spread. If you bought the 41s, sold the 46s, that's $5 spread differential between the two strikes. And you can make turn whatever you paid for that spread into $5. So hopefully you're able to buy that spread for about $1.20 or so and turn that into $5. Bang. Final trade, FTCH. This is Farfetch, FTCH, Farfetch. It is an e-commerce play in the luxury goods space. I believe it's London-based, but FTCH, stocks 26. They're buying March 30 calls. You know my deal. I don't like buying out of the money calls. I like buying at the money calls. So I'm buying at the money calls in hopes of selling the higher strikes against it. So those are the three that we have for you today. Dollar General, Las Vegas Sands, and Farfetch, FTCH. If you would like to learn more about spreading, I described a call vertical spread or a put vertical spread today. If you'd like to learn more about that, more about trading stocks, options, futures, crypto, go on over to marketrebellion.com/get started. You can get started today because you don't have to wait for a class to start. They're online. These are tutorials that you can watch at your leisure on an airplane, at home, whatever. And then you get weekly classes that you can attend if you want. And if you're unable to attend, they are recorded and you can see it that way. So anyway, lots of ways that you could learn more about being a better investor. I think it's the smartest way to trade. Been doing it for 40 years. I hope you check out marketrebellion.com/get started. Thank you, folks. Hope you have a great weekend. I'll be back in Chicago Monday. I'll see you then.